welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You had everything to do with podcasts. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. As we know, podcasts are, of course, on the rise as a form of entertainment. Starting one can be an exciting venture, but you need to know what to do. And ahead of SA Podcast and Music Festival, we'll review some of the must-have gear to get you started with a podcast. And, of course, joining us right now is the man himself, the leader of tech, Hinds, and he'll be taking us through some of his tech gear that he would recommend to you. So let's give him a feel-good welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, it's the first time I got an applause in the show.
Let me give you another one.
Yeah.
It's because I'm here now, Grant, you know. I've established that this is the standard. Well, let's get into this. I'm very excited about podcasting. I feel like I am a millennial, but like a younger millennial. And so this is right up my alley when it comes to content creation. And we've got a couple of gadgets here and there. If I'm coming to you right now, Grant, and saying, I want to start a podcast, where do I begin? What do I do?
The first thing is, there's a concept. You know, your camera is the best camera that you've got is the one that's on you.
Yes.
Right? It's the same thing with a microphone.
Okay.
The best microphone that you've got is on you, which is your phone. So I highly recommend checking out the apps on your phone to record podcasts. One that I really recommend quite often is called Anchor.fm.
Okay.
And it allows you to publish your podcast, record it, publish it, and edit it to every platform.
Oh my goodness.
All on your phone.
All in one.
All in one. So the great thing about that is if you go to a convention and you need to get like a Voxie, or in South Africa we call them Voxies. Overseas they don't call them that. Or Vox Parks or whatever. You can just use your phone to get that response from somebody. Excellent.
Beautiful.
And then once you've stepped away from your mobile phone and you're working on a computer, there's a whole bunch of other tech that you can get. This is a brand...
Please tell me about this. It's slick, it's cool, it's beautiful.
So this is a microphone. This is called the Wave Neo, but it's an entry-level microphone, and this is why I want people to see this. These are these inexpensive microphones that are around at the moment. They're condenser microphones. They've got excellent quality. They plug and play. So I've actually plugged it to my phone, which is really cool, and the phone recognizes it as a microphone, and I can record really good radio quality sound directly to my phone.
But now, does it work through an app or directly into your phone's recorder?
Basically, your phone detects that it's a microphone, and then we'll just swap over. And then it's got cool features, like it's got capacitive touch.
Stop it.
To mute.
Let me try. Oh my goodness, why did that get me so excited?
And a headphone jack at the back so you can monitor it. It's very, very cool. And again, it's super entry level, so that's the whole idea.
Okay.
But if you want more people inside your podcast and you need to get more microphones, you've got a friend that you want to sit around a table with on a laptop, you can upgrade to something. This is called a Stream Deck. It's actually a controller for a lot of different kinds of streaming tools, but it's got dials that you can program to do different things. So you can build your podcasts using gear that this wasn't traditionally built for podcasting, but they are aware that these things can be used for podcasting because they're so popular now, and have used this so you can program it to either change what the buttons look like. Those are little screens behind the buttons.
Come on.
Right? And then you can change the volume, or microphone volume. You can assign it to each of these dials.
I love how compact it is, quite honestly.
I mean, I just put it in my bag
Literally.
here. And then talking about compact, if you want to step it up a little bit, you can also go through something.
This bad boy.
This is like something called a Rodecaster. So this device is built for podcasting. This is for people who are more professional. I highly recommend that if you're thinking of building a podcast, try the cheap stuff first. See if your podcast is a good idea, if it picks up.
Because not everyone should have a mic.
Yes. And somebody said it. Somebody said it, not me. So make sure that your podcast is working and that it's doing well before you invest in higher-end gear. But this is like a mixing desk with the sole purpose of podcasting in mind. So it's got presets.
I love that
it's got mic inputs here. It's got presets for different audio qualities. So, you know, you get the best. It's got all the inputs on the back. So you can be able to, you know, use different kinds of microphones. If you want to use a more professional radio microphone and you've got the budget for that, this is where you would go through to do that. But again, that isn't for everybody. And before anybody goes, yes, I'm starting a podcast, I'm going to invest in the gear, remember, the best microphone is the one that you've got
We
on
start
you.
over here.
And then start getting the tool, your skill set about recording a podcast up before you start getting better equipment and start building your way up.
See if this is something that you're into, right? Before investing fully in something like this. I'm here for it. I was looking at some stats yesterday and it said we have about 60 million people in SA and maybe about 25 mil have smartphones. And that's it's quite a considerable number.
Yeah.
So I think that this is definitely something that anybody could start with. And you could also record the podcast, as in if it's a visual one, on your phone.
You can, yeah, completely. You can, apps like this on the Samsung do double recording, so you can shoot your front-facing camera and your rear-facing camera at the same time, or track follow. So, like if you're going to school today and you have some friends who want to use, maybe you start a podcast. This is a free idea. Take it. Cool little break.
Oh, I love that.
All right, or something, and then you just use that time to just quickly record something and put it up, and it's something of interest for everybody else. Use the stuff that you've got with you, like that, and then get creative, because these tools not necessarily created with podcasting in mind, but how you use a tool is what makes it powerful.
I absolutely love that. And on that note, he drops the mic. We absolutely love to see it. His name is Hinds, but you already knew that. And he's here to give us some tech knowledge. And this one is very digestible. It's something that many people can approach it quite easily. But remember that you need to get in touch with us and let us know what your podcast name would be, and also what the name and the content of what the podcast would be all about.